Welcome to SUSD Spotlight, your go-to source for all things happening within the district. Whether it's celebrating student and staff achievements, delving into trending education topics, or highlighting inspiring human interest stories, we've got you covered. Join us as we illuminate the incredible endeavors taking place in our schools and forge connections within our community. Get ready to be informed, inspired, and engaged as we embark on this journey together, spotlighting the extraordinary in SUSD.
Welcome to another edition of SUSD Spotlight. A few weeks ago, maybe months ago now, I was visiting Redfield Elementary School talking with the staff, and I heard about this project called BizTown, and I was really interested in learning more. And today we're excited to welcome in studio Principal Amanda Rand and Matthias, who is a student and actually the mayor of BizTown. So welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
So Principal Rand, maybe you could tell us a little bit about your role as principal at Redfield and what BizTown is.
Okay, well, BizTown is this incredible opportunity for our fifth graders. It actually started years and years and years ago when, back when Aztec and Zuni were schools. And Redfield has continued that tradition of bringing our students to BizTown. BizTown is a community opportunity for students to run a free enterprise, and the mayor runs the town. And so students go through and learn all about what it's like to be citizens and business owners. And I'm sure Matthias is going to tell us all about what it's like to be mayor. But as the principal of Redfield, I'm very proud that we've continued this program, and it's been just a tradition on our site. It started with fourth graders in the beginning, and then one teacher moved to fifth grade. It seems to really align with our standards in fifth grade, and they've really taken it away, and it's a lot of fun, isn't it?
So you said you had to go to BizTown. Where is?
So it's interesting. What the kids do is about 6 weeks of a lesson. So in the lessons, they learn how to do checkbooks and resumes and running businesses and economics and what else? What am I missing?
Like how to run a business, like how you would like just like CEO, CFOs, that kind of thing.
Okay, so all the parts of a business. So that's 6 weeks of lessons, not all day, every day, but it's like a 6-week lesson plan for the teachers and the students. They do resumes, they do interviews, so they interview for their positions. And
So you didn't have to run a campaign. You had to interview to be mayor.
well, then you did run a campaign, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, so the whole like fifth grade got together and there were like people running for mayor, and everyone had to give a speech who was running for mayor, and then people voted later to the day.
So what was the theme of your speech?
How I can like help BizTown become a better place for everyone who is this.
Must have been pretty compelling since you won.
Yeah, it was fun, like a lot of competition.
And why did you want to be mayor?
I wanted to be mayor because like I thought I could help the BizTown community, and I thought I could help my skills like put them to good use and stuff.
So not everyone may know what JA is. What is JA?
Junior Achievement. So that the company that runs it is run by community members. And so what they do is they provide these lessons, build them out, let the teachers use them. They do the 6 weeks of the lessons, and then they do one full day of a simulation of a town. And so what we do is we invite our parents, and they get trained through JA, through BizTown. And they go early, they get trained through them, and they help run the businesses. So the kids are figuring out what kind of business they want to run. They interview for those businesses. We bring parents in to do the interviews, or just community members around. So maybe we didn't get enough parents. I'll go in and do some interviews. They provide resumes if they develop them. And then they do all the training. And then they have the one-day simulation where they go onto the JA Junior Achievement campus and they run the simulated town.
So, Matthias, what was that experience like being mayor of BizTown?
It was fun. You had to do little tasks to help the community. We wrote a speech to give in the opening town meeting speech. It was fun.
And how did you help the business owners, I suppose, or were you also a business owner yourself?
Well, we also were given the chance to buy things at BizTown, so helping provide like currency in the like
Like in their different
Yeah,
stores?
in the different stores.
Okay. And what were some of the stores? Were you a favorite customer somewhere?
Well, Aerotech was a good one, and I remember there was, I think, ASU Gamage. That was a good one too.
Very cool.
They have architects. Yeah, what other kind of jobs do you remember?
I remember, I think there was like sales manager, CEO, CFO, I think that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Big jobs. Did you know about BizTown before this year, or did you just find out about it?
Well, I've heard my friends went to BizTown before, so they told me about it sometimes.
Okay, so were you excited? Yeah. To be able to participate? What would you say to fourth graders who are getting ready to come into fifth grade about the experience?
Like, be open to new things, like try new things, and don't be afraid to like do something new.
I mean, this was a very grown-up project. Sounds very real world. Did it make for some good conversations with the grown-ups that were there helping, or even at home discussing with your parents?
Yeah, it made good knowledge on economics for the future.
Wow.
And what is it you think you'd like to do in the future?
Well, a producer, that might be fun to like produce movies and stuff.
Okay, that's interesting.
And like a scientist too. That might be fun.
Well, he's definitely got the stage presence. That's for sure. You're also on student council, so he's very well versed in giving speeches.
Well, and Redfield offers a lot of opportunities. You've got this partnership with Junior Achievement, but I think about your PALS program that also exists. So maybe tell us a little bit about that, and again, that student leadership component.
Matthias, are you in PALS?
I used to be. I don't think I did it anymore because it took up a lot of time.
Yeah. So PALS is also working with the Scottsdale Police Department. And so what they're doing is on Tuesdays, they're coming in and they're working with some of our fifth graders, teaching them leadership skills, teaching them how to lead younger students. And those younger students are learning games. So fifth graders learn from Scottsdale PD. Scottsdale PD then in turn puts it in the hands of the fifth graders. The fifth graders then teach our first graders some games during recess time, and it just kind of comes back around with that leadership opportunity. We also have ambassadors. So we have our Redfield ambassadors, we have our student council, but all of those fifth graders are getting those opportunities to really become leaders and be ready for sixth grade and middle school, and all of those opportunities just be a little bit more independent.
And a lot of opportunity for some accelerated learning. I've also at Redfield. Yep. Can you tell us about the Comprehensive Gifted program?
Well, Matthias is in the Comprehensive Gifted program, which is wonderful. Really, that is an all-day, everyday experience for students who are highly gifted. They have the opportunity to have project-based learning, a little bit more flexibility in the opportunities for them to accelerate, deep discussions, so that opportunity for enrichment. They are a multi-age program, so the fourth and fifth graders learn together, and we don't really define, fourth and fifth grade. It is an opportunity for them to just kind of fly each day and every day. When walking into that classroom as a principal, I walk in and some of the discussions, I might have to walk out and ask Siri what they were just talking about, because it is really impressive. And as you can tell, Matthias is quite impressive in his way of kind of communicating and telling us a little bit about just what he's learning in general. You want to talk a little bit about your class, your 4-5 CGP class?
Well, CGP is fun because you get to like work at your own pace. It's not like they have different groups. Like, let's say you got into sixth grade math, you get to work at your own level. Or like, you're still in fifth grade math, like fourth graders in fifth grade. You're still like above level, so that's also really good.
So you're wearing a Redfield Rocks t-shirt. What makes Redfield rock?
Well, Redfield is a great place because you always have teachers there, like they're really kind teachers just to help you through things.
That's really great. What else is special about Redfield?
Well, we talk a lot about Redfield being incredibly inclusive. We're so lucky to have so many different programs on our campus. We have over 20 languages that are spoken on our campus. We have a real community buy. We have a lot of parents who went there and now their children go there. We have volunteers that live across the street that have retired, and they're volunteering their time on our campus and making connections with students. I think it's just a really special place because it feels like home. It's not the largest school, but it's not the smallest school. And so everybody kind of knows everybody's name. By the time they're in 5th grade, our teachers, we don't have a lot of turnover. So our teachers have taught brothers and sisters, and they went there. And, there's all of these connections that make it just a really comfortable place for our students. And it's a safe place to make mistakes too, to learn, to build yourselves up. It's a positive place. I have a principals panel where I work with my 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. And I always ask a question once a month, and they give me ideas and information. And one of the things is, what's your favorite thing and what is your least favorite thing? And their favorite thing was the school lunches. And I think that's really important to know, right? They're actually pretty good. What's your favorite school lunch?
Well, the Thanksgiving one is all I thought. I know, yeah.
Yeah. And, you would expect to kind of hear like the negatives and maybe, there's bullying or there's not. I didn't hear that one time. And that means that we are doing the right thing. We're building a community of acceptance. And so what they said was the bathrooms. My least favorite thing, so it's really just a special place for people for kids to grow, but also for staff members to be happy and have their connections too.
So we know that one of the signature opportunities for students who go through Redfield is the opportunity to develop that tile that you guys mounted in the. So have you done yours yet?
Well, I think we are currently working on designing in art our legacy tiles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you go through and look at those and always wonder about the students that came before you?
Yeah, because with their story, you always get to have a little bit of it.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. It's a nice tradition that you have in Redfield.
Yeah, we even have staff members that have, moved on that are at the district office. They come back and they visit their tile. So it's not just the kids coming back and visiting their tile. All of us get an opportunity to come back and visit our tiles. So it really is a special thing. It makes it beautiful on campus because we have all these student tiles that the 5th graders do. It's a piece of them always in our building.
Anything else we should know about your experience and what your takeaway was, what you learned from junior achievement in BizTown or at Redfield?
Well, I don't think so. No, not much more.
Yeah, lots of great friendships forged, I bet.
Like, you're never alone. Like, you always have somebody to help you through things.
That's a great testimonial. Okay. One of the things I like to ask all the guests on my podcast show at the end is whether or not there's a teacher or some experience you had in school that was really memorable. Because we know teachers do so much to help our students learn. And maybe you have a teacher who's done something really special in your 6 years of going to school, or Dr. Wren, I'd like to ask you to also think of a teacher who's had a positive impact in your life.
Well, they're all really great teachers, like our specialist teachers like Miss Brush and our duty aides like Miss Brittany, and people who help you through like my teacher, Miss Andrews, and they're all just really great there for you people.
Hard to pick just what I guess. And he's been there for so long. And his sister's there too. Yeah, she's got a few more years.
Those shout outs mean a lot to teachers, by the way. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And do you have a teacher?
I have a 7th grade teacher that gave me an opportunity to really show what I know, Mrs. Dubin. And so she's actually, I think, a fan favorite among a lot of people that I went to school with. But she gave me an opportunity. We did like a speech contest, and that there's no way I'm going to be picked for this. And I did. And from there, it really kind of gave me my love of just kind of speaking and writing. And sometimes you just don't know that you're so good at something until they kind of pinpoint you and say, yep, you're the one. So Miss Dubin.
Absolutely appreciate you sharing those stories and talking with us about BizTown. It sounds like a fantastic event. Mr. Mayor, thank you for joining us today. School Rand, thank you.
And Dr. Rand, if anybody listening wanted to come by and check out Redfield, do they just call, or what's the best way to get in touch and maybe schedule a tour?
Yeah, our wonderful office staff is always available for information. They can set you up with a time that we have tours. I've done things from I've done a FaceTime tour. So just come. We're here for you. We're here to answer questions. But if you go online, and there are every Tuesday, once a month, we have a tour. We have our kindergarten boot camp coming up in April. Or not boot camp, kindergarten roundup. We do have boot camp as well. But kindergarten roundup is coming up in April. But anyone who wants to tour, check out our website or give us a call.
Very good. Well, thank you to our listeners for tuning in to another edition of SUSD Spotlight. And we hope that you'll find us on our website, susd.org/spotlight, and pitch us more ideas for future episodes.